Wesley Tan was always the odd one out. Born into a traditional Asian household where success meant corporate titles, Ivy League degrees, and a stable, glossy LinkedIn profile, Wesley was the glitch in the system. His two older brothers, Simon and Daniel, had made their marks in socially respectable ways. Simon as a software engineer, and Daniel in finance. Wesley, he dropped out of a prestigious private college 2 years in, after burning through nearly $200,000 of his parents' savings. To them, he was nothing but a disappointment, a recluse, a waste of potential. But in his small, dimly lit childhood bedroom cluttered with wires, whiteboards, and ramen cups, Wesley was building something, not for fame, not for validation, just because he could, and because he knew, deep down, he was better than the suits who wrote him off. That pet project became Dryve, a humble carpool app he created to help university students afford rides home. It grew like wildfire, first campus-wide, then statewide, then international. As features stacked, private vehicle hires, food delivery, scheduled pickups, Dryve became a juggernaut. But Wesley didn't step into the limelight. Instead, he passed the CEO role to his best friend Jordan, while he remained the ghost in the machine, the architect in the shadows. Even his own family didn't know. Ironically, Simon had recently joined Dryve as a mid-level engineer. Wesley watched from behind the scenes as his brother stumbled through onboarding, oblivious to the fact that the systems he was trying to improve were Wesley's own creations. Daniel, the finance bro, was constantly hyping Dryve on social media, pretending to have insider knowledge. At family dinners, he'd boast, "This app is going to IPO at $20 billion. I wish Wesley had real ambition like this instead of wasting time on gadgets." Wesley just smiled and kept his mouth shut. He had bigger plans. At the revenge arc, when Wesley hit his late 20s, Dryve reached unicorn status. Then it doubled. By then, he had amassed enough capital to buy out the entire neighborhood where he grew up. Not just his parents' house, every house. It wasn't out of nostalgia. It was calculated. The area was perfect for his new tech campus. High land value, near 2 highways, and symbolically sweet. The project displaced dozens of families. His parents were among the last to go. "Where are we supposed to go, Wesley?" his father had asked, hollow-eyed. "I don't know," Wesley replied coldly. "You should have thought of that before calling me a failure every day for 10 years. The tech campus was named Project Origin. The irony. It had a sleek black wall in the lobby that read, "Built where it all began." Simon's downfall came next. He tried to reverse engineer part of Dryve's backend and quietly started developing a rival platform. What he didn't know was that every keystroke, every file he touched was monitored. Wesley let it happen. He let Simon think he was clever, just long enough to collect airtight evidence. Then, with a quiet nod, he had the internal legal team press charges. Espionage. Simon's mugshot was all over LinkedIn. The tech community turned its back on him overnight. His dreams of founding his own app? Dead before launch. Then came Daniel. He showed up at Wesley's private office one rainy afternoon, soaked in desperation. "I helped you, remember? I bought that laptop you coded Dryve on. Technically, I deserve equity." Wesley didn't flinch. He reached into a drawer and tossed over a manila envelope. Inside were bank records. "You didn't buy that laptop," Wesley said quietly. "You stole money from my savings account. You returned it when I caught you. And now you want credit for that?" Daniel's face paled. "Security will escort you out now." Wesley stood and looked out over his campus through the glass wall of his office, watching engineers ride Dryve scooters between buildings. He had built an empire in silence, and now the silence had spoken back. "We love stories like this? Want more tales of revenge, tech, and family drama? Smash that like button and hit subscribe for your next dose of secrets, ambition, and poetic justice."